Now it's absolutely a must to know how to perform a proper hip hinge. The whole point of learning a hip hinge is because when we do deadlifts, we start with this position right here. So this angle can only be achieved once you have some mind muscle connection with your hamstrings and glutes, and that is why learning hip hinge is so important. I have a 20-pound weight here. I'm going to take this thing, hold it tight, keep it close to my body. First, I look at my feet. It's nice and parallel, shoulder width apart. Now from there, my hip goes back, 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 pause, and I come up. Now, we're going to start observing a few things here. So as I go back, do you observe how my knees are slightly bent? This is like a roughly 20-degree angle. I come up. Observe when I go down and up, my elbows are not bending. They're completely straight, like they're ropes just hanging. Observe another thing. As you go back, the feet would naturally want to lift like this, right? This will happen. So what you will do is whenever that happens, you want to smash the feet down to hold, to grip the floor. Another important thing is core bracing. So your core is going to feel nice and tight when you're performing this. I also exhale when I come on top to make sure my core is braced. And last and most important thing is how you feel in the hamstring. At this low point, you're going to be feeling a lot of stretch in your hamstring and glute area. This is a sign that you're doing a good hinge. Now, while performing and practicing this exercise, you might feel low back pain. If you feel a low back pain, then it's a sign that you're probably not doing your hinges right, which means that your core is not braced. I will share with you some core stability exercise in the following modules. But for a proper hip hinge, there is a technique that I would like to share here. This technique is called 3-point technique. So take a dowel, a light stick, and place that behind your back. Okay? 3 points. Point number 1, back of the head. Point number 2, upper back. And point number 3, your lower back. These 3 points must be maintained when you're practicing. This is just a technique that you can try. So hold from the lumbar spine gap. Second hold, cervical spine gap. And from there, keeping our feet parallel, we're going to try hip hinging. Coming up, hinge, come up. Now while you're practicing this, if one of the points go away, like this or like that, then that means we need to keep working on the spine alignment.